The NFL Combine gathers top college players and puts their athleticism to the test. Each prospect has the option to participate in a 40-yard dash, bench press for reps of 225 pounds, standing vertical jump, standing broad jump, 20-yard shuttle, and a 3-cone drill. Every year there are a few that stand above the rest and stake their claim as workout warriors. So, starting with skill players, what would a first-team All-NFL Combine offense look like? When forming this team, the one condition was that each player selected participated in at least 3 Combine events. Apologies to all the Calvin Johnson fans. At wide receiver 3, we have a player who put up top-tier testing numbers. Coming in at 6'2" and weighing 213 pounds, this player jetted his way to a 4.35 second 40. Pairing this with 18 reps on the bench and a 4.3 second short shuttle, along with an otherworldly 11'7" broad jump and a still standing 45-inch Combine record vertical, this player firmly cements himself as a first-team All-Combine receiver. This Combine legend is no other than Georgia product Chris Conley. Conley, who was originally born in Adana, Turkey, put up relatively modest receiving numbers during his tenure at Georgia. With his draft stock in question, an above-average Combine performance was required by Conley to remain in the early rounds. So what did he do? He went out and put on an absolute show. Conley proved he was a generational workout warrior. This uncanny ability led to the Chiefs select him with the 11th pick in the 3rd round of the 2015 NFL Draft. Unfortunately, this freakish athleticism has yet to fully translate to top-tier NFL production. Conley, who has had modest success in the NFL, has career totals of 213 receptions, 2,807 receiving yards, and 15 touchdowns while serving time with the Chiefs, Jaguars, and now Texans.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
The most intriguing yet enigmatic player on this roster comes in at wide receiver 2. With a 6'6" frame and 242 pounds on the scale, this player epitomizes a big body receiver. And with 4.38 in the 40, 39.5-inch vertical, 10'2" in the broad, a 4.2 second shuttle, and 20 reps of 225 pounds on the bench, this player checked all the boxes and dominated his Combine workout. Behind the curtain is Arkansas Razorback Matt Jones, who mainly saw time at quarterback in college. The one thing that scouts did not question was Jones' athleticism, which was made evident by his high level of play as a dual-sport athlete in the SEC, where he played one season with the Arkansas basketball team. NFL scouts took notice, and with the athleticism displayed at the Combine and openness to playing out wide, the Jaguars selected him with the 21st pick in the 1st round. Jones had middling success in the NFL, but was never able to put his talent on full display. His mediocre 166 receptions, 2,153 yards, and 15 touchdowns over his 4 years in the league left much to be desired. After a short stint with the Bengals, Jones retired from football in 2010. Measuring in at 6'3" and 228 pounds without an ounce of fat, this player easily passed the eye test and piqued scouts' interest. With a blistering 4.33 second 40-yard dash, this player continued to conquer the Combine with 27 reps of 225 pounds on the bench, a 40.5-inch vertical jump, and 11'2" broad jump. This player is no other than internet meme DK Metcalf. Metcalf played wide receiver at Ole Miss. While with the Rebels, Metcalf proved to be a rarefied playmaker, with his production only being hampered by injuries. During his sophomore season, Metcalf suffered a broken bone in his neck that required surgery to mend. Scouts took note of this and questioned his draft stock accordingly. With this in mind, and a productive redshirt sophomore season under his belt, Metcalf went to the Combine on a mission. Though scouts labeled him as stiff and limited in terms of route running skill, the Seahawks wisely saw the potential in the premier athleticism Metcalf displayed. Seattle selected Metcalf in the 2nd round with the 64th overall pick in the 2019 draft. This pick has already paid dividends, as Metcalf has emerged as a go-to option for Russell Wilson and the Seattle offense. Metcalf has totaled 216 receptions for 3,176 yards and 29 touchdowns in 3 seasons in Seattle, much to the dismay of teams that passed on him and his game-changing talent. This player dazzled Combine scouts with his measurables, coming in at 6'3" inches tall and 248 pounds. At this size, he ran a 4.4 second 40, jumped 42 inches in the vertical, 10'8" inches in the broad jump, and scurried his way to a 4.17 second short shuttle. On top of all this, he put up 33 reps on the bench. The owner of this freakish talent is Vernon Davis. Playing for the Maryland Terrapins, Davis was a former wide receiver who grew into the tight end position. Famous for his epic weight room numbers, NFL scouts pondered if his strength and speed could be refined and translated to the next level. With the size of a defensive end, the build of a running back, and the speed to separate from any player in the defensive secondary, The 49ers wisely selected Davis with the 6th overall pick in the 2006 draft. Davis used his freakish athleticism over 15 seasons with San Francisco, Denver, and Washington, and compiled 583 receptions, 7,562 receiving yards, and 63 career touchdowns. Davis retired as a 2-time Pro Bowler, a Super Bowl champion, and as a talent who changed how the league viewed the tight end position.
Holy calamity, scream insanity! All you ever gonna be's another great fan of me.
If you were to build a running back in a lab, you would come up with this player. Height, weight, speed, agility, strength, explosiveness, the measurables are second to none. Standing 6 feet tall and 233 pounds, with a 4.4 second 40-yard dash, 41-inch vertical, and 29 reps on the bench press, this player became the benchmark of top-tier athleticism. This superior talent is no other than Penn State's Saquon Barkley. During his tenure at Happy Valley, Barkley emerged as a premier threat on the ground, totaling over 3,800 yards and 43 touchdowns. Adding 102 catches and nearly 1,200 receiving yards, Saquon quickly ran up draft boards and was a highly anticipated participant at the NFL Combine. The Giants fancied Saquon's dominant career and Combine performance, and this led to his selection with the 2nd pick in the 2018 NFL Draft. Since being drafted by the Giants, Barkley has experienced much success. After a great rookie campaign where their run back amassed 1,307 rushing yards and 721 receiving yards, his production has waned due to lack of team talent, coaching continuity, and injuries. Barkley looks to get back on track as he returns to the Giants for his 5th season. Rounding out the list, coming in at 6'2" and 223 pounds, this player posted a blistering 4.41 second 40, the fastest official time ever recorded for a quarterback. But he did not stop there, continuing his workout with a 39-inch vertical and a 10-foot broad jump. The QB Combine winner is the sensational yet often injured Robert Griffin III, aka RG3. During his tenure with the Baylor Bears, RG3 dazzled on the field, much to the dismay of opposition and to the joy of Heisman voters. After a successful career at Baylor, RG3 set his sights on the NFL. The former All-American 400-meter hurdler had high expectations entering the pre-draft process, with much anticipation on his Combine workout. With quarterbacks generally shying away from much of the testing portion, RG3 relished in the opportunity to let his world-class athleticism shine. Impressed with his pedigree and Combine performance, Washington selected RG3 with the 2nd overall pick in the 2012 NFL Draft. After a productive and highly promising rookie season that earned him Offensive Rookie of the Year, injuries stacked up and quickly derailed Griffin's career. Griffin finished his NFL tenure with stints in Cleveland and Baltimore, and retired with 9,271 passing yards, 43 touchdowns to 30 interceptions, on a 63% completion rate and an 86.5 QBR. Couple this with 1,809 rushing yards and 10 rushing touchdowns, and you can only wonder where Griffin would stand in contemporary QB circles if he were able to stay healthy. And that's a wrap. At wide receiver, we have Chris Conley, Matt Jones, and DK Metcalf, Vernon Davis at tight end, and rounding out the backfield, we have Saquon Barkley at running back and RG3 at quarterback. Let us know if you agree or disagree in the comments down below, and what other content you'd like to see on this channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, or support us on Patreon. Cheers.